Yo guys, and welcome back towards this new stream here on the channel. On today's video, I will be basically talking about my live trade because Bitcoin is coming down towards the level I've been talking about yesterday, and we are right now finally coming down, guys. Oh, I just tried to do everything as soon as possible to get ready for this stream. It was a very quick preparation, but guys, oh, this is the incorrect scene here. Give me a second. Very bad preparation. That's what you can already see. So let me enable the screen right here. So I saw I just didn't got entered. Look at this. Very close towards our entry. And if we're going to look at the Bitcoin chart, we right now saw that massive wick towards the downside getting created. Right away, moving up. Didn't got entered so far. So far, I'm still waiting on the sidelines. Guys, do reckon it's right now weekend. And over the course of the weekend, we've been moving down because we're going to look at where the CME for Bitcoin closed. The CME closed, of course, around the, let me see, the CME closed somewhere around the 29.2K. And that is, of course, a very interesting thing because Bitcoin is right now trading on 28.4K. So what does it mean? Bitcoin is trading below where it started the weekend at, and usually that means that we're going to get that catapult towards the upside. So I want to definitely catch this trade. However, I am not going to FOMO in towards this trading position right now here. I am just once again going to be a little bit more patient. I'm going to be waiting, but it looks to be that Bitcoin is already bouncing a little bit so far. Let me fix my camera. Beginning of the stream, of course, always is very bad preparation. Okay, so everything is finally set up here. But yeah, what we want to be talking about is this next live trade we want to take together. I set a cup of coffee for myself. I already have my limit orders filled up here. And like you can see, we came pretty close towards the entry we were talking about. And let me remove these volume spikes because they're very annoying for my screen. So you can see over here, we were approximately... yeah, $60 off here of the entry. $60 off. So far still waiting. Looks to be that Bitcoin is bouncing back already. But what I want to be seeing here, because it can still happen, is maybe it's going to happen on the next 1 hour candle. Maybe it's already going to happen in the coming hours ahead of ourselves. Then we're going to come down and fill this level over here, right? I want to be seeing this level getting filled. Why do I talk about this level so specifically? So yesterday I talked about this level over here. And in hindsight, it was actually a pretty good trade we took yesterday, because yesterday in the stream, I, of course, opened a live trade here on this level. This was a very good support level, like you can see, of course, right? So if we're looking back at the past this level that I opened along at yesterday, support, 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 and once again over here as well, support. However, of course, I warned you guys, and that's why it's very important to right away, guys, follow me in my Telegram signal group, because in Telegram it's very easy for me to keep everyone up to date about exactly what I'm doing here on this market. So in my Telegram group, we saw that bounce here. We saw Bitcoin coming back up to 29.6K. What did I said right away once we were trading around 29.6K or 29.5K? I said to everyone, stop loss to entry. So because the stop loss went to entry, it's very important to know we didn't had any. We still make profits if we're going to come down here. Why do we make profits if we exit our long position at stop loss, or sorry, at entry? Because what we do know is that once the funding rates are negative, you're getting paid to be in a long position, and you're paying to open a shorting position, because the majority of the traders out there in the market are currently trading short. And that is also why I really prefer to trade long here. And let me also check up on the funding rates, how it is looking today. Because, yeah, we're about to enter, of course, also another position here. It's always very important to see how the funding rates are looking. Because if the funding rates, and you can see it here on Femex, let me see on Femex, it is currently, I can't see it that quickly over here. Funding rates are, I will use this site for a second. So funding rates are once again negative across the border. Negative funding rates means that we're getting to once again paid to be in our position. And that is a very good time to be opening long positions once the funding rates are negative. So if you're, let's say, get stopped out at your entry, and guys, it looks to be that we're maybe potentially missed out on our entry. Very close, but still, it's unfortunate. Part of trading. You're not going to FOMO into anything. We could be getting a very strong bounce towards the upside right now here, towards the 29K region. Personally, I think that it is going to be likely to get this bounce here, and I think it's smart to look at long positions right now. Purely, of course, the level that I'm looking to aim on is, of course, a very tight level here of support, right? Very tight level of support I like to be opening longs at. However, of course, if you were a little bit less strict, and of course you were looking at this level over here, you would have already get entered. But of course, there was a little bit of a higher risk trade, right? So I didn't took it. I was willing to go for the lowest risk amount of trade, and that's why I didn't got entered yet here. However, I also want to be pointing out right now, if I'm going to look at the RSI, you can see, I mean, we are invalidating the 1 hour bullish divergence. Pretty unfortunate, but yeah, 1 hour is really starting to create some more bullish momentum right now here. 4 hour is still losing momentum. 4 hour also lost the support range over here, got rejected. And also a thing I want to be talking about, our trade of yesterday, we were talking about this long position over here, right? This was a very good entry for a long position, and once we were breaking below it, this was a very good short position, because this is once again the significance, guys. Previous support, what happens once you break a level? This is literally what happens. You break a level of support, you come up again, you retest it as resistance, and you come down. And what do you do after you lose a level of support and flip it into resistance and you break down? You're going to visit the next level. And what are you going to do on the next level? You're going to look for the next entry. So that is also a thing I am currently doing here right now. I'm just waiting to see and get that extra entry in here. There are, of course, 2 levels I'm actually looking at for major support for Bitcoin. And that's just both of them, 27.6K and the 28.2K. But personally, I think everything in the 28.2K towards 28.5K region is a very good range for accumulation. Also, if you're just going to be spot accumulating, I think it's a very beautiful range for doing so. I mean, yeah, we can definitely look at the 4 hourly time frame over here. This is looking very bad. This is looking ugly. Oh, this is looking nasty, very nasty for Bitcoin right now here. So, yeah, 4 hour broke the upward sloping support line, but like I told you yesterday as well on my stream, I think that we should not really base all our opinions from triangles right now here. And of course, there are some levels of support to look at right here. So you can see this level over here. We have not touched it. And once again, this also comes together with the 28.2K. Very important level of support where I'm talking about and where I'm also willing to open my long position at, right? So there are many levels for us to right now still look at. You can see there are several ways how you could be approaching these charts right now here. There are several opportunities right now emerging in front of your screen here. But more importantly, I think that in the region we're right now trading in, because Bitcoin has been in fact trading sideways for the past 32 days and even 33 days already. In this sideways range, it is just smarter to look at these horizontal levels, to trade the horizontals. If you lose a level, you're going to long the next level. If you fall down towards the level of support, you're going to long it. And it looks to be that we're already starting to be bouncing. And maybe this level is just missed out here. Maybe there are too many bulls. There are too many people willing to actually step in towards the market earlier than we were doing so. So people are paying a premium. So yeah, that is pretty interesting, but it's already starting to be bouncing up right now here. And I actually don't care if I do miss this trading opportunity, because it's all about these opportunities in especially the range where we're currently trading in, right? This sideways boring range in the market. It's all about risk management right now. You know, you want to be having that low risk entry. And of course, we're also having a very tight stop loss. We already set it up yesterday. And of course, if you were in the stream yesterday, you do know that you're probably, if you were following me, you had the same level set up here, and yesterday you also made a very small profit. It's not a big profit we made yesterday, and that's why I was willing to jump live right now, because I think there is right now over the course of today and tomorrow a lot of money to be made here. Because if we're going to go towards the Bitcoin CME chart, let me see. Out of nowhere, all my charts got removed, so that's pretty terrible. Let me see where the CME chart is for Bitcoin. I forgot how it was called. Yeah, no, that's the BLX charts. Let me search it up. Bitcoin CME chart. I mean, I don't have it anymore over here. CME trading view. I'm quickly coming up with this chart right now. Yeah, Bitcoin is bouncing very strong, guys. Oh yeah, it's Bitcoin 1. This is it. Bitcoin 1. Okay, this is it. This is the futures chart, and what we can see on the futures chart right now is that Bitcoin closed its weekly. It's weekly. The week basically closed for Bitcoin on the 29.1K. So what do we expect if Bitcoin is going to close its CME on 29.1K? We are expecting that either on Sunday or either on Monday morning, we're going to trade back on this level. So every single time Bitcoin is trading below it, it's very smart to look at longs. And every single time it's trading above it, it's very smart to look at shorting positions. But it looks to be, so far, we missed our beautiful entry. And of course, this was definitely a very good trade. It could have been a very, very good trade here. this is a downtrend, no sideways. I mean, then definitely I disagree with it. It's definitely a sideways trend right now here. And I mean, I've been saying it several times before. People call for downtrends, bear markets, or whatsoever. I don't really care about what people call this trend right now here. It is a pretty interesting range right now to talk about for Bitcoin. But what we were just talking about right now in Bitcoin terms is that we are right now on the daily time frame. We are in fact trading in a sideways market, and you can say whatever you want. You can say no, Bitcoin is in a downtrend right now, or Bitcoin isn't it or that. Bitcoin has just not decided which direction it's going to be breaking towards. And maybe after today, and especially I will be not basing my opinion from over the weekend, but maybe today or maybe tomorrow, we're finally going to get that decision getting called here, whether Bitcoin is going to be plunging down or Bitcoin is going to be breaking up here. But it is not smart to say right now we are actually breaking out from here on. I will be just remain very cautious. We're in this very boring trend, and there could be a very high possibility for a fake out towards the downside. We saw a fake out towards the upside as well. Traders get faked out here, especially in these boring markets. Once we're finally going to get that move started, it is a very, very boring period in the market. Basically, we have not chosen which direction we're heading towards. Right now, we're trading on the lower side of support, daily support. Will we be failing to hold on towards it? We're going to plunge down massively. But once again, guys, I want to be pointing out, usually you should not follow the majority of the traders, because if we're looking at the majority of the traders, they're all trading short, because we can see very negative funding rates are getting created across the border, and negative funding rates basically mean that the majority of the traders are currently trading short. So yeah, I am not a huge fan about what we're currently seeing in this market. I think, the price action is not that good for Bitcoin right here, but I don't call this, of course, on the daily time frame, weekly time frame, it's a downtrend. That's, of course, a no-brainer, but this is clearly sideways action. It's not broken down officially. It's not breaking out. It's just sideways. We're just consolidating towards the side, basically sideways. And if we're going to be seeing some important levels we're currently looking at getting lost, we will start to be, of course, look for more downside. But right now, we have been looking for more downside. Like the recent hours, this over here, this was a very good downside trade here. Like I talked about in the beginning of the stream. I'm not saying that we are even in a short term, not a downtrend. I mean, you can clearly see it. We are in a 1 hour downtrend right now. But yeah, you can trade uptrends and downtrends over here beautifully. I rather look to be not shorted, but just wait for the long opportunity. I think that's just more a strategy that suits me here. Of course, you could have also shorted it. I mean, like I told you, it was a very good opportunity. And of course, if you're basically willing to stay up to date with all the developments, just subscribe to the channel. We give you both sides, what basically is happening in this market. But more importantly, guys, as well, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. So it's a sideways trend. I agree. It's delusional. That's what is also someone is saying right now here. And in fact, it is a pretty interesting trend here, because this is the dollar index right now, guys. The dollar index is, of course, right now closed because it's weekend, but look at this trend. This is a crazy, crazy recovery for the dollar index. And look at the EMA ribbon providing support, flashing this move back towards the upside, right? This is, of course, a thing that is definitely very worrisome. I mean, the dollar index is, of course, an inverse correlation with Bitcoin. And if the dollar index is going to be just keep on spiking towards the upside, we're going to have a very big problem for Bitcoin and equities in general. And more importantly, also looking to the S&P 500, it is looking terrible. The S&P 500 right now, of course, had this massive lag down here yesterday. Of course, we have been talking about this movement perfectly on the channel. We've been talking about the symmetrical triangle and whether we're going to be breaking bullish or bearish. It's going to create a massive move here. I've warned you guys, Bitcoin S&P 500 was about to move big, and it was, of course, going to drag Bitcoin with it. And in this case, S&P 500 broke down. But more importantly, look at how Bitcoin is holding up so incredibly well here. This is, of course, the 4-hour chart for Bitcoin, and this is, of course, the 4-hour chart for the S&P 500. The inverse correlation is here, and if I open the correlation coefficient and I add it towards the S&P 500, you can see something very interesting. You can see right now on the recent period, we have seen, of course, this correction over here was in high correlation with the S&P 500, but recently around, we have been seeing very low correlation with the S&P 500. And more importantly, if you look at the weekly time frame right here, yeah, you can still see high correlation because weekly is a little bit bigger. The daily time frame, Bitcoin has been seeing very high correlation with the S&P 500 in this whole trend over here, basically this trend over here, also towards the downside. But basically the sideways period in the market, this consolidation, boring phase, Bitcoin has been not trading even close towards the S&P 500. Of course, there were definitely some moves that game together with the S&P 500, but right now we're just seeing Bitcoin really choosing its own path once again, and that is a very good development, and also really shows you, because this is happening right now at the 30k. And if we're looking back at the last time that Bitcoin really not moved together with the S&P 500 was also on the 30k region. So what is happening on that 30k region? For me, what it clearly tells me, it's a story what it is telling, right? Bitcoin is telling us a story, and we have to be figuring out what the path of the story is, where it is heading next, what it is going to be doing here. But look at the last time around, right? Right now, still, we're seeing pretty high correlation between the Bitcoin price action and the S&P 500 compared to the last correction, because over here, Bitcoin was holding up very, very well, because S&P 500 at that point was dropping massively, and Bitcoin was just holding up pretty well. What is that with the 30k region? Something is up over there. Also, if I'm zooming out even more, here in the January crash, also we saw that inverse correlation over here. Once again, this was also around the 30k region. This here, inverse correlation with the S&P 500. Then, of course, the movement up, we were correlated once again with the S&P 500. So this is very interesting. Bitcoin has got something to do with the 30k region, and so far we don't really look to be breaking below it. Of course, we're trading right now below 30k, but you do know what I mean. That 27.5k towards what is it, 30k, 32k region. We are having something with that, and every single time Bitcoin touches it, it tends to be moving not necessarily with the S&P 500, and that makes it very interesting. However, I still think there is, of course, a lot of potential towards the downside for Bitcoin on the higher picture. Of course, for our trade, we're currently still waiting. We're waiting to see how this is going to be playing out here. And right now, I'm going to just tell you what I a little bit think on here on the bigger picture on Bitcoin right now. On the imminent short term, of course, I look to take this trade on the market right now. I absolutely hope to open this trade, so I hope to see Bitcoin falling down a little bit more. But let me talk about that daily time frame over here, right? Is there more downside potential for Bitcoin? Of course, there is more downside potential for Bitcoin. However, I still think that this is a very good region for the risk to reward for accumulating Bitcoin. Of course, a thing that I don't like in this trend right now is that we have been seeing that significant RSI increasement. At one point, I don't like it. But the other side, what I do talk to you about, and what I do talk you through, is let me real quickly invert this chart, right? So let me invert this chart and let me look at the previous bottom, or basically previous top. Look at this. This was also such kind of a similar event here. And also, you have to just see it from an inverted perspective. This was an RSI bearish divergence. But of course, you can see there's a bullish divergence right now because it is an inverted chart. This is, of course, usually how markets reverse towards the upside or downside, and of course this time it's the other way around. So what I expect, since the RSI has been climbing so massively towards the upside, right, if we're right now going to confirm a lower low on the daily candles, is going to be a beautiful opportunity. Why? It sounds ridiculous, but this is of course going to confirm a bullish divergence on the daily time frame over here in this region. This is going to be a huge divergence on the market, and of course that could be of course a very good play. And just look at the last time around, also Bitcoin likes to be of course moving from bullish or bearish divergence from overbought or oversold territory, right? So here we see overbought territory and bearish divergence, we come down. Here we see bullish divergence getting from an bearish oversold territory, we'd like to go up. Here we see of course a bearish divergence getting formed from an overbought territory. Sorry, that's not, yeah, that's right. Here, bearish divergence getting formed from overbought territory. We like to come down. And right now, could we get that bullish divergence getting formed from, once again, oversold territory, right? We need to see that bullish divergence from oversold territory. And maybe that's going to be the catalyst. Maybe Bitcoin just have to come down here. And of course, it's not that big of a drop here to 27.5k. Close the daily candle, move on from there on. Will be amazing. Because then we can finally move on towards the next stage, potentially in the market. That's my expectation. I don't really think there's a lot of more downside on the market right now here. Why do I say that? Is because purely if we do look at the world economic, basically the whole economic thing that right now is going on here, why do we have even high inflation? It's of course due to the increasing oil prices. Is the oil price still going to be keep on rising? Probably for the coming 3 months, yes. But afterwards, will it keep rising? We are not that sure, because they're planning to, of course, up the production of oil, well, basically going to be make Russia less rich, what is going to solve the issue for Europe and the war over there. And at the same time, it will help worldwide economic inflation to come down, because, yeah, right now high inflation is getting generated due to the higher oil prices, because oil is almost used for everything. It's used for production in food, it's used for production or petrol, like almost everything. And that is why the prices are skyrocketing right now. Also, what we do know, inflation is probably not going to stay 8% year to year for the coming 3 years. So I personally expect that next year or the year after, we're already going to be down towards 2 to 4%. And then maybe the Federal Reserve is going to be a little bit less hawkish. Also, we are going to have in the US the election at the end of this year. That is going to also have, usually, historically speaking, a very big effect on what the Federal Reserve is going to do here, because this time, yeah, right, it's Biden that is behind the SEC right now, and Biden don't want to be creating a recession while he is at power, right? So maybe, what is he going to say to the SEC? Is he going to say, stop quantitative tightening? And that could be, of course, skyrocket the market again, because there's massive wealth destruction going on right now here, and maybe he's going to stop doing that. So that's important to take in consideration right now here. Bitcoin is absolutely skyrocketing from here on. Guys, I've been warning you guys that we were getting this bounce here, and very unfortunate. I find it very unfortunate that we missed out of this trade. And guys, I am not talking about a swing trade up here or down, because some people are saying it's not the time to be longing. And I've been having this with other people as well, a chat about, guys, this is a scalp trade. It's not about, I am expecting Bitcoin to shoot up to 40K right now. That's not what I'm saying right now. I'm saying I'm going to take a scalp trade over here to make some profits from the volatility in the market. And right now, this was, of course, so far, could have been a very good trade if the market just came down a little bit more. So this time around, of course, guys, we were maybe a little bit too strict with our rule sets. Is it bad? No, I don't think so, because missing out on a trade is never bad. But anyways, guys, make sure to subscribe to the channel and smash up that like button if you do want to be seeing more future trades, because yeah, I am definitely looking forward towards opening new trades in the future, and maybe it's going to be once again a good shorting opportunity on the top side. However, I'm probably not going to do so, because I still think if we're going to get a bounce from here on and we break above it, that could be, of course, a potentially very good opportunity. However, if Bitcoin, of course, moves up from here on and comes up towards the 30.5K, that could be once again a good shorting opportunity. But right now, I just will definitely be a little bit more relaxed, cautious. Maybe the market is still going to come down and still fill our order. That will be, of course, absolutely amazing to look at right now here. So right now, yeah, we missed out on a trade. Anyways, if you are interested in trading, I would definitely recommend to use Femex or Bybit here in the link description. You can find them here in the link description. Of course, I was taking this trade on Femex. So yeah, you could have joined me as well with these trades. And of course, subscribe to the channel, because I'm planning to do more live trades with you guys out there, where I'm going to show the whole process about how I do scalps. Because yeah, I like to share all my trades in my Telegram group, but sometimes I just can't. Why? It's because sometimes these trades, I'm monitoring myself, I'm closing them very quickly, opening very quickly, because yeah, the market could be very high volatile. And then if I say something too late in the Telegram group, people are going to be maybe potentially lose out of something, right? So that is why I like to do it live. Then I can do my own stuff and do my trading, and you can just watch how I make or lose money, of course. And at the same time, guys, join this team. This is, of course, very important. This is the WSOT of Bybit World Series of Trading. I don't know if you have ever participated in a WSOT here. You should definitely do so, because there's an $8 million prize pool. And maybe, guys, we're going to look at shorting or trading some altcoins right now. I'm actually looking forward towards trading some altcoins. Oh, damn it. I did something incorrectly. I will check the dominance chart in a second, my friends. But guys, make sure to join my WSOT team, and I'm going to jump in towards the dominance in a second, because I see altcoins are bleeding right now here, so that's why I want to be trading some altcoins. But join this WSOT team. The more people that are joining this team you're currently looking at, the bigger the chances that we're going to win. And guys, we're going to win $1.6 million as a team if we are going to win. And that's going to be divided by everyone. So even though if you don't execute a trade, you are still going to get that part of that 1.6 million prize pool if our team wins. And how does our team win? To have more people on the team, because the more people that are on the team, the bigger the chances that we're going to win. So I pinned the comment, join this team right now. It's definitely going to be very valuable, because so far we're having one of the biggest teams here. And of course, the bigger this team becomes, the more stronger we become as well. So let me right and look at the Bitcoin dominance, because I think indeed the Bitcoin dominance is a very interesting chart to look at right now, because alts are getting wrecked. They are getting wrecked like crazy. Let me go towards the Bitcoin dominance again here. So I've been talking about the Bitcoin dominance for quite a while here, that my target for buying altcoins again was on the 52% here. Right now, it clearly isn't the time to be buying altcoins. We can see also that the creation of tokens on the ERC20 chain has been down 44% this month already alone. And that is, of course, a clear signal that altcoins are stepping away, and that there is not so much cash flow going in towards these new stupid projects. And I actually love to see it, because you guys know on the channel, let me take a sip of water, that I'm not a big fan of many altcoins. If you've been following me for a while, you do know that I'm sometimes could be a burner on some altcoins, and sometimes I just am a very big hater on a few altcoins. Why am I so? It's because many altcoins are absolutely terrible. They're absolutely shit. They're not doing anything. They're just jumping on board of the hype train, and that is why they're currently getting burned. And one of those altcoins is also, let's say, Solana. Let me see how Solana is actually performing today. I've been one of a bigger hater of Solana. I mean, I'm not a hater, but I'm just not a fan of it. That's a better way to say it. It's down 8%. Ethereum also 8% down here. That's pretty crazy. But Solana, 7% down here. We can see Cardano, how's it doing? 1% down. And like I told you, Cardano is a good buy. I think it's a good one. Also, BNB, I think it's a good one. Still down 3.6%. There are some good altcoins to be buying right now here, but compared to Ethereum, BNB is absolutely on fire, of course. We can see many altcoins in the red, but more importantly, let's just study the Bitcoin dominance chart here to be maybe based off some trades we're currently looking at, of course, right? So on the Bitcoin dominance chart, we can see right now we are having that bullish breakout of that falling wedge. Like I told you, in crypto, falling wedges have an approximately win rate of 89% here. And yeah, like you can see, we are having a bullish breakout of the falling wedge. And right now, we already reached the falling wedge price action. So once again, Bitcoin dominance creates a falling wedge, reaches price target of the falling wedge. However, I personally think we're going to get an extension towards the 43 to 42% for the Bitcoin dominance right now. And yeah, what is that going to be resulting in? It's going to be a result in more pain across all coins, and that's just absolutely terrible. However, there are some levels we could be looking at where Bitcoin could be having some trouble, and it's of course, let's say this level as well here. Maybe the 49.4% could be a good level to already scoop up a little bit of altcoins, not too much, but a little bit. But already, guys, this is a very good increasement because the more the Bitcoin dominance is going to come up right now, the bigger the next run up is going to be. And that is very nice. And what I would love to see actually is that Bitcoin is just going to create a rally to 40K or something, 35K, and also rally in the Bitcoin dominance. Is that just all the money from all those stupid altcoins are going to once again shift back to Bitcoin. That is what we need to see happening in this market right now. So this is a good development. Actually, I don't see it as a bad thing here. Let me also look at some altcoins because maybe we can take some very good trades on altcoins right now. And let's first of all analyze Ethereum because Ethereum has been taking a massive hit. And I talked to you about losing the $1,700 level is crucial bad, is extremely bad for Ethereum. What should we be looking at if we lose the $1,700 level? I'm going to look at the 1,422. So what I'm going to be doing is actually I'm going to set up some limit orders right now, and there are actually two levels. Actually, this level we're currently looking at is also a good level to open a long position at. Maybe we could be, of course, scale in on our positions. But yeah, there are basically two levels that I will be looking at. The first level we're looking at is the 1,551. We're currently already bouncing from it. This could be, of course, actually a very good bouncing level where Ethereum could be bouncing from. However, my most favorite level, and look at this, I would rather prefer it even to watch it like this here. I think this is a very good level for a long position on Ethereum, right? If we're going to look at it. Yeah, this is going to be a pretty decent level for a risk to reward setup on Ethereum. Maybe I'm going to be opening a trade in a second from now on. Very low leverage on Ethereum because, yeah, if Bitcoin is going to get that bounce generated, and of course, we're probably still going to move up another $500 for Bitcoin, Ethereum could be generating a very good bounce. However, my main big positions I would like to enter on Ethereum, like I told you about yesterday as well, is once again going to be on this level of the 1,422. Why? Is because basically that's a range low here, where we, of course, accumulated a lot on. And also, this is the major resistance from the past, right? I do remember streaming January, February in the market. This was a very interesting period for Ethereum. It was creating a falling wedge, rising wedge, typical bearish bias pattern on the market. We still broke bullish, then we broke down again, retested it. And that was, of course, also very good long entries that we got in the market over there way back here in March 2021 on the channel. So yeah, if you did accumulated Ethereum over there, you're almost down towards that level again. So that's pretty crazy to see that happening, playing out right now. However, I personally think if we're going to come down to 1,422, it's going to be once again similar opportunities for Ethereum to accumulate some tokens around there. It has been holding up the $1,700 level purely due to the news. The merge, of course, was going to the testnet of the merge was successfully done. People were getting excited again on Ethereum. However, yeah, we still know that for the merge on the main chain, we still have to wait at least to August. And maybe, yeah, that could be the catalyst for Ethereum. But yeah, so far we're still dropping down even further. So yeah, where are my major spot levels? I think personally for accumulating spot on Ethereum, this is a very good level to look at because like I told you, if we're just going to zoom out, we can see this level over here, right? Previous resistance, support, resistance, support. Right now is once again getting retested, and that could be, of course, a very good bounce from off this level getting generated. So I'm actually pretty excited if I am looking at this level right now. Hopefully we could get that bounce from here on, and yeah, that could be, of course, the positive catalyst in the market to see a further increasement getting generated from here on. However, if I want to be opening a low risk trade, I'm still going to be focusing on that 1422 level, right? So pretty interesting how Ethereum is looking, falling below $1,700 US. Pretty bad. Look also, this is the interesting chart actually. So first we lost this level of support over here, and also I told yesterday about that this weakening structure. So left shoulder, head, right shoulder, breakdown. Pretty bearish, right? Pretty bearish structure on the market. We are, however, nevertheless of this level, we're currently retesting this range over here, breaking below it. We are coming down towards this horizontal range over here, the Bitcoin Ethereum pair. Ethereum needs to be bouncing, otherwise we're screwed. If we break below this level over here, man, things can get very nasty. Ethereum can lose even more value. And of course, what are the levels that we're going to aim for? That's going to be this box somewhere over here. It's going to be, let me make this the purple box. The purple box is the massive accumulation against Bitcoin, of course, because this is the Ethereum compared to Bitcoin chart. And basically what this chart is going to be tell us to do is whether we should swap around some Bitcoin to Ethereum or the other way around, right? So yeah, right now it could be, of course, get even more worse for the Ethereum price action if we do lose this level. And the purple range is going to be the major range for accumulation on Ethereum. But yeah, things are cheap again, guys, and make sure to benefit from it, because people have been waiting for bear markets. I've been hearing people say, I hope we finally can get this bear market because a bear market will allow me to be buying cheap, blah, 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 blah. And right now people are saying Bitcoin has to go to 20K because otherwise, Bitcoin has to go to 20K for me to be buying. That is once again ridiculous to actually hear. Looking at Bitcoin actually, right? So setting up that Fibonacci from the the pandemic low here to swing high here, it's clearly making up and sharing and creating a bigger picture right now in this market. This bigger picture I'm talking about could go to 500. I think 500 is a little bit terrible to say in Ethereum. I don't really think it's going to go to 500 actually. I think there's too much buying pressure right now. It's too big to go down to 500 actually. So yeah, if that actually is going to be happening, it's going to be, of course, pretty terrible. But I don't really expect it's going to go down to 500. Why? Is because I want to be remain realistic, and I do know that people always want to hear what they want to hear, right? So in bull markets, people want to hear Bitcoin is going to go to 100K. Yes, let's go, because that's like that's what the people want to hear. In the bear markets or these crazy corrections where Bitcoin is only coming down, and it looks to be that there's only one way to go for Bitcoin. People always want to hear Bitcoin is going to come down, Bitcoin is going to go to 10K or 12K or 5K or whatsoever, because people always want to hear what they want to hear, because they see red charts and they want to hear me saying, oh shit, it's bearish, etc., etc. But like I told you, from a trading perspective, and of course from a trading perspective on the imminent short term, it looks to be that Bitcoin is consolidating right now a little bit on this range over here, actually looking pretty decent. Looks to be that we definitely missed out on our position. However, I still keep my order open and waiting. And yeah, if you're willing to join me anytime soon in the future, first of all, make sure to subscribe to the channel, ring up the bell notification, and if I say anything in my title about a live stream and that I'm trading, you should join this live stream, because then I'm going to be probably open a live trade and you can see me fail, or you can see me make a good profit, and you can learn from it, because I'm here also live with you guys out there to show you guys how it is actually going with trading. Because yeah, usually I'm just sitting behind my screen here, not doing a lot of stuff, and just looking at the charts, and sometimes I just jump live if I'm just going to open a trade anyway, because then I can just share something with you guys out there. So if you do appreciate it, it will be absolutely highly appreciated, guys, if you can slap up the like button. It's only going to take a few seconds over time, and I see we're watching with 600, only got 150 likes, guys. Smash it up to 300 will be absolutely amazing. I'm trying to showcase you guys how I'm I'm doing this. So will be truly amazing if you can slap up that like button right now here. We're trying to grow the channel in these more tougher markets, because markets are actually pretty tough right now, and it is also pretty terrible to be here in these markets. I mean, I love bull markets, but I also love bear markets even more, and that's also what I told everyone in my streams previously. Right, I love bear markets because bear markets are for the grind, guys. We are right now going to make so much money in the bear market, so we can make even more money in the bull market. You know, that is what bear markets are made for. Bear markets are made for buying and not for selling, and still people don't understand the game. Bear markets are just for dollar cost average. I don't know, I make my money right now in crypto, but with trading, with some people, let's say you work for someone and you get your salary every single month, no financial advice. What I used to do once I was working still, I deposited every single month 20% of my my salary, and of course I didn't have to pay for a house or something, because some people of course do have to pay for a house and other stuff, but only the things you can afford to lose. Of course, always only invest what you can afford to lose, but make sure that you're at least saving a little bit of your money in Bitcoin. I think that's smart. I think it's smart to save your money in Bitcoin. Whether you're going to be buying it on 28k, whether you're going to be buying it on 30k, whether you're going to be buying it on 69k, in the end of the day, it's all not going to be matter. It won't matter at all in the end of the day. So important picture to shape up. And what I really want to be going with this story is look at this weekly time frame, and it's more once again about the risk to reward. Are you willing to risk losing out to be buying on this range? That's in my opinion a big fat no. I am just dollar cost averaging every single day. I don't care if we're going to fall down even more, because my portfolio is already down massively, because if you sold everything at the top, congratulations to you. You did an amazing job. I didn't sold everything. And, you know, I see some people, popping up on the internet saying, yeah, I sold my whole portfolio on 69k. That is not true. That is not true, because some people, like the people that are saying that they sold everything on 69k, were also not screaming for lower targets at that point. So, I think that's not nice to say here. I did sold something along the way up here. I dollar cost average in and out of markets, and of course, always said it in my live streams. I dollar cost average in on downtrends, and I dollar cost average out on uptrends. That's always what I did. And yes, I also dollar cost average in this downtrend in. I also dollar cost average in this downtrend in. But I also did in this trend, and I also distributed in the other trends up here. So it's a balance you have to be finding here. And right now, I think for my average price that I'm in the end of the day is going to be buying, it's going to be a very good average buy price that I did in this range in general. And of course, that is of course where it's all about. And right now we're trading on this level over here, and you can see the charts are really painting the picture right now here. The weekend, we're falling over the weekend. That's pure signs of manipulation. Because why do I say manipulation? Because we can clearly see what is going on, guys. We can clearly see what's going on, and I hopefully truly can still open a trade here live on the stream so we can make some money of it. Because right now I'm just only talking about different stuff, and I actually rather would like to talk about my trade. But yeah, we can clearly see what is currently going on in the background. This is very, very interesting. These are the addresses holding more than 10,000 Bitcoins, guys. What are they doing? I mean, they are absorbing this crash. That is why we're holding 10K. That's why we're moving inverted against the S&P 500. Because whales are buying. They are buying. And maybe they're going to create another crash here. It could be happening. But in the end of the day, I know for sure if we're going to fall another big time towards the downside, we're probably going to see more upside following afterwards, because these whales are keep on buying right now in this market. And look also at the available Bitcoin on exchanges, man. I just can't go over this. The amount of accumulation going on in the background is absolutely crazy and mind-blowing, I could even say. It's mind-blowing accumulation that's currently going on here, and bulls are benefiting from it. And volume is indeed low. Volume. Oh, everyone is saying it in the chat. Test. Guys, do you hear more volume right now? Test. I think the volume is right now pretty. I was just messing around with it a moment ago. So because I'm currently also maybe making up a podcast or something. Guys, would you like to have a podcast or just talk about a lot of cool stuff here? Let me know. Fix your mic, guys. I'm terrible. I didn't know that you guys were complaining about my microphone being too soft for such a long period of time, and I will even put it even higher than this. Speak up, we don't hear you. That's terrible. Yeah, it's all good right now. Everyone is saying it exactly. That's perfect. Mind-blowing. Miners are selling everything. We hit the top of the range. Whoa. Crazy. Yeah, people are talking about this chart. I mean, I see it all over over internet. Minor. What was that chart called? That indicator called? Minor capitulation or something. It's once again driving a lot of fear in the market. But yeah, fear is always what will be driving the market down here, and these spirits in the market. But yeah, in the end of the day, we're going to see how it's going to be playing out here. Just have to wait. We just have to wait very tight. So yeah, everything is sorted out. Volume was fine. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's good right now. Talk faster. Okay, you guys want me to talk quick. No, I'm not going to do so. I am not going to talk any faster. Guys, do you have any questions so I can go over it? I would like to answer some stuff here, to go a little bit in depth on some charts. I'm currently trading here, and this is on Femex. I trade on Bybit and Femex. I currently am waiting for the World Series of Trading to start here on Bybit. The World Series of Trading will be getting started in like a few days. So what I right now do is I take my trades on Femex right now. And once the World Series of Trading is going to start, I'm going to open once again a new position on Bybit, so I can, because I set up my account already, ready to be participating in the World Series of Trading, and then I'm going to be, of course, show once again all my trades with you guys out there, and you can also see my name, what kind of profits I'm making, what kind of P&L. So it's pretty cool. So yeah, if you're interested in this World Series of Trading, I would definitely recommend checking it out. It's like one of the most craziest events. It's only happening one time a year, and it's actually pretty cool. It's actually pretty cool. Can you check out Cent? Cent is a very good coin to be looking at shorts, maybe, because I am not that bullish on Cent actually. I think I've never been bullish above it. I mean, $8 was my definitely short target. But look at this. This has been a very easy short, right? It's coming down again. I don't know how it's bouncing. It's probably bouncing pretty shit. What are good coins to good altcoins to load up on, guys? I mean, I really want to be talking about it once again, but I don't want to keep on repeating myself on these live streams about what I think are good altcoins to be accumulating right now here. So for everyone who's actually really interested in altcoins and like what altcoins are good to be accumulating right now, I would definitely recommend check out my top 3 altcoins to be buying in the coming period in the market, basically. Let me link it to you guys out there. I mean, you can also check it later on. You can go to my profile. This is basically the video I posted just a moment ago in the chat, where I talk about the top 3 altcoins to buy, why I think they are good buys, and those videos are very relevant still. And also what you did saw in those videos is that I basically gave my clear analysis behind the reasons why I think it's a good buy, of course, right? So yeah, Sand, like I told you, I think it's a pretty easy shorting coin. Of course, I'm not going to necessarily short it right now after the dump. That is, of course, not smart, because right now QB, of course, have that minor bounce. But yeah, this is a coin that I don't really like to be buying or accumulating right now. I think these metaverse tokens, guys, I have been warning everyone about these stupid metaverse tokens. I mean, they're absolutely terrible. I don't hate it, but they're just too easy for those companies to make so much money. Those companies were they were worth billions and billions of dollars, and they didn't even release their product yet. It's crazy to think about. And actually, in hindsight, that was definitely the top signal on the market. But yeah, Sandbox, yeah, is it a good buy? I think it is absolutely shit. I think it can bleed way more. It can bleed way more. It's a good project in the bigger picture, yeah, for sure. I'm not hating on the project or whatsoever, but after losing this very critical range of support here, you're just expecting to see more downside here coming in towards this market, right? So yeah, let me look at the 4-hourly time frame if we're going to be seeing some. Yeah, we lost 4-hour support. We are breaking down of a continuation pattern. This could be starting to get even more nasty. So Bentrim is also donating £5 to the channel. Thank you so much for that. Any tips for us looking to become full-time traders? I think actually, first of all, learn trading at all is that I was watching YouTube videos, and it's pretty weird to say, right? Back in 2017, I watched YouTube videos. I watched a lot of analysis videos, and then I bought books. Then I did more research, and actually I bought also, you could buy some courses, and I'm not going to necessarily recommend anyone or whatsoever. I'm not going to sell a course to you guys out there. That's not what I do. I will be giving a free masterclass anytime soon here about trading. If you guys like that, will be, of course, absolutely amazing to do. But yeah, any tips, just do it on a testnet. Don't trade with real money if you don't feel comfortable yet here. And I definitely think that you just have to have a rule set. And of course, probably everyone says this, that if you're asking tips, make a rule set that works for you. And also a thing that maybe is very good to do, what I used to do once I was beginning in 2017, it sounds maybe very, very stupid and very silly, but I used an Excel sheet where basically I took all my trades, and I didn't start with fake money, and that's maybe not smart because I also lost a lot of money in the beginning, especially. But use an Excel sheet where you're going to write down all your trades, and also post in a picture of your trade in that Excel sheet. And then maybe after 100 trades, you're going to look back and you're going to see which ones were winning, which ones were losing, and you can see very clearly what you did wrong and right. And that is once you're going to learn from those mistakes. And also just, I think if you're going to be day trading, you should rather trade on horizontals, and breakout trades are not necessarily the best trades to take here. Breakout trades are very good for 4-hour or daily time frames, but those are usually very lacking because you can only really enter a breakout trade once the market already moved up too significantly. And if you're then going to open a long or short, you're probably already missed a big initial pump here. So yeah, is breakout trading the best for us out there right now? I don't necessarily think so. I think the best way on trading right here is just going to be horizontals. I think very nice here, and so far horizontals have been working very well, especially in sideways markets, guys. It's the best thing to do in these sideways boring trading markets. Just trade horizontals. It's going to be very, very perfect. So yeah, that is my opinion about that one. Yeah, you guys are absolutely subscribed to the channel. I see it, like it's amazing, guys. So everyone who did subscribe to the channel today, it's thank you so much. And also smash up the bell notification, because I also make daily videos about what I think in the market here. And actually my video of earlier today, I liked it actually quite a lot here, because I personally think that if we're going to zoom out on Bitcoin right now in this market we're currently trading, and look at this chart over here as well, this is ridiculous. Look at the weekly time frame for Bitcoin, how low we're trading. And also, if you're just let me set it on the 2-week time frame, right? Let me set it on the 2-week time frame. Let me remove all the drawings. Let me look at this, the RSI wedge over here, right? So RSI is creating a crazy wedge. Let me place this. Let me make it orange so you guys can clearly see it here on the channel. Look at this. This is absolutely mind-blowing. If we're going to look at the RSI wedge we're currently creating, we're creating one crazy wedge. We're creating one crazy consolidation phase. And what this is basically telling us is that Bitcoin is just about to be moving big here. And we have been already moving big here. We've been now seeing a crash just like this here. This is not a crash we've been seeing. We have not seen a pump like this. A pump like this here. We are about to do one of these crazy moves, right? So what we can say, and some people, once again, they don't like me to say this, or people don't agree with me what currently is going on in this market. But just look purely at this market on the weekly time frame. I once again say sideways markets. People definitely disagree with me, but Bitcoin has just been consolidating for the past 2 years almost. This has been one crazy sideways action period in the market. And if you're looking for a big move, we have not created a big move yet here. We're still waiting to see that big move getting generated. And basically, we're right now trading at the lower side of the sideways trading consolidation range, right? We're just waiting to see a large move getting generated. Has this been the move? No, I don't think so. I think there's so much more steam in Bitcoin if you're just looking at the bigger picture right now, right? And of course, we can clearly see that Bitcoin has been historically, of course, seen more of these sideways actions. This has also been the sideways trading period for Bitcoin. And of course, I disclude this part in this section. Why? Is because this has been just the pandemic crash. This was traded below it, and this is not necessarily a level that I just take so seriously to look at right now. So yeah. Let's see what we're going to be having from up this point here. And of course, you can clearly see we had a massive market here, massive market correction towards the downside over here. We had massive movers over here, but there are some times in the market that we're just going sideways, that we're just consolidating, and we've been basically traded in a consolidation phase over here in the market right now. It's been a boring period in the market, and I definitely approach it like that right now as well. I think it's smart to approach it like that. And that's why I'm just loading up. I'm just accumulating. Have we seen the blow off top? No, we haven't. Do we necessarily have to have a blow off top? No, I don't think so as well. And also, if you're just looking back previously around, we always created massive consolidation phases, right? So here on the weekly time frame, we created one crazy massive consolidation phase on the market. This one eventually broke out bullish, of course, like we do know. So we had this major consolidation period for Bitcoin consolidating in a symmetrical triangle. 1,100 days of consolidation. Pretty insane to see what was going on right there. And then right now, what are we doing on the market? Bitcoin always creates somewhat of a pattern, right? So right now, I personally think, and I've been saying it several times before, we're creating here on the weekly time frame also such kind of a wedge, right? So like I told you earlier about on the Bitcoin dominance as well, a falling wedge has an historical, bullish breakout. A chance of having a bullish breakout on such kind of a pattern is approximately 89%. So an 11% chance that Bitcoin is going to be breaking down from here on. Are you going to take the risk? I don't know. I'm just loading up. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I'm going to trade the market on the even short term, but do I think on the bigger picture that we are going to fall down to 10K? I think those are ridiculous targets. I think those are a little bit too ridiculous, and some people are coming with crazy targets that I just can't come up with. Also, just look at this monthly time frame. Look at the monthly RSI is back in accumulation. And I can clearly see it. We're watching with 500 of you guys out there. I absolutely love every single one of you guys out there watching right now. But we can just see the sentiment in the market has been shit. But once again, once always the sentiment is shit in the market is usually a very good period for accumulation. And I'm not saying, and that is of course a thing that people don't understand, I'm not saying Bitcoin is going to come up tomorrow. I don't say that Bitcoin is going to come up next week. I'm not even saying that Bitcoin is going to come up in the next coming 2 months here. What I'm trying to be pointing out here is that I do think in the coming 6 months from now on, in 6 months from here on, we're probably going to trade way higher. Bitcoin already bounced massively back towards the upside. In my opinion, 6 months from now on, maybe we're going to get a massive wick towards the downside and we're going to move up here. But are you willing to take the risk to still wait for that wick here? Let's see. Let's see what is going to be playing out. But anyways, guys, so far we've been already get entered here on this trade. We're still waiting. We just lost out of our entry massively. Very close. So, guys, what I will do here is that I will keep on monitoring this trade. And, guys, I will be jumping back live with you guys out there if we are going to enter a new trade. So, make sure to, first and foremost, join all my groups here. My Instagram, my Signal group on Telegram for free right now here. Guys, I don't charge freaking money for those things here. And of course, maybe in the future I will be closing my group. I'm actually thinking of that because then it's going to be a little bit limited for everyone who's in that group, actually. Pretty cool. And also, if you are going to trade, use these links in the description. Will be highly appreciated. Bitcoin, if you're going to trade Bitcoin, or if you want to be spot accumulating or just buy dollar cost average, I think Bybit is the best one to do so. They're also supporting like fiat to be buying with fiat, and also you get 0% maker fee if you sign up with this link here. But pretty cool, guys. Anyways, this was it for today's update video. If I enter my trade, I will be jumping back live here. I will keep you guys up to date here. So smash up the bell notification so you not miss out on that next video here on the channel. But anyways, guys, I will catch you guys.